Do you have a roller blind that's too big and needs to be cut down to fit your window, but you're not confident to do it yourself? Then come along with me and I'll show you step by step how easy it can be. Let's go. Hey guys, Musa here from Quantum Home Improvements and Solutions. Welcome back. And if this is your first time to our channel, it's great having you join us. And so today I'm going to show you how to cut down and install a roller blind in the reveal of the window, which is the inside of the window. So as you can see, there's already a roller blind on this window, which is a sunscreen fabric, but this window faces west, and in summertime it gets quite hot. And also when I'm making videos in this kitchen and it's overcast and the sun's coming in and out, it alters the color of the video, which is hard for me to edit. So I installed these blinds around about 10 years ago, just before we moved into this house. And in actual fact, I started in the blinds and awnings industry back in the mid-90s with Hunter Douglas, and eventually I was going to own my own Window Fashions Gallery Luxaflex dealership in Bateman's Bay, and it was a really good business. So I've actually installed a lot of these roller blinds, which are very, very popular. And so I've had this roller blind for around about 3 years, which was wrongly made, and I kept it thinking that one day I'll use it, and so today's that day. This fabric is a blockout fabric. It's pretty long, which is not a big deal, but it's around about 100 mil too wide to fit in this window. And so now I do have a set of double roller brackets, and I'm going to convert this into a double roller system. I'm going to keep the sunscreen on the front and put the roller blind to the back. So when I'm making a video in this kitchen, I can roll it down and there'll be more consistent lighting. And in summertime, we can slow down some of that heat coming through. Okay, so now I'll get into it and show you how to do it. So the first thing we need to do is roll this blind back up. Now just be really careful on ladders. Most accidents happen on short ladders. All right, so now all I've got to do is turn this little wheel on the right here. This is the pin end. So you can see here, it's just a little cog. Probably a little difficult to see that on video. As you turn that little cog, the pin retracts back in, and then you just take the blind out. Okay, so now we're going to take off this child safety device. It's just one screw in the center. I'll just take that off. Take that off. And there's 2 extra screws on the side here. So I'll also take out these brackets. Okay, they're out. Okay, so now using a laser measurer, I'm going to take an accurate measurement of the reveal. So I'm going to take 3 measurements, and only on the top, you don't need any other measurements for roller blinds. So there's one. I'll just move it a little bit. There it is there. I'll just move it a little bit more. There it is there. All right, so as you can see, there's 3 measurements. The first one is 1.812, but the second 2 are 1.811. So I'm gonna go with the smaller measurement. And so what I'm gonna do is deduct a further 3 millimeters off the width so I can fit in comfortably. Okay, so I've just set up the blind with the double roller system bracket. Just put it in place just so I can get a proper measurement. So these are the old brackets, which I'm not going to use anymore. So I've taken a measurement on it, and it's come up to 1.808, which is the exact measurement that I need. So this will not need to be altered in any way. So now all I've got to do is set up this blind and see how much I've got to cut off that. So the original blinds that I purchased back over 10 years ago had Acemda componentry, the chain drive. And this is also Acemda, but it's a newer version, but the bracketing system will still fit that. I'll just open this all up. Beautiful. All right, so now I'll just set the bracket up again. So these are cream brackets, and you'll notice that the chain drive is white. That's not a big deal because it's going to be in the back, so you won't actually see it. Okay, so that is 1908, which is exactly 100 mil to be cut off. Okay, I'll just put on these fold out tables, which I've set up. It's going to be a lot easier to work with these tables. So now this chain drive will be in our way. It's quite easy to take out. Just pull it out. I'll just put this out of the way. So now gently with a pair of pliers, I'm going to take out the stop end. It's only plastic. All right, I'll put that on the side. And what I'm going to do is pull this bottom rail just out a little bit so I can work with it. Now, using a ruler and a straight edge, just going to mark out the 100 mil. So try to be as accurate as can with this. So now this fabric is stuck on only, so just be careful with that it doesn't pull off all the way. Okay, I'm just going to mark it on the tube here. So now, using really good scissors, these are my dressmaking scissors, I'll just strip this off as much as I need, and I'm going to cut that on the mark. So when I'm cutting, I tend to do long cuts so I don't get a zigzag, a sawtooth type of cut. So I'll just keep rolling that up as I'm doing it. So when you're doing this, make sure your hands are clean. It will mark the fabric if you don't have clean hands. So when they do make these blinds, they do use machinery to cut them, usually a crush cutting machine. Okay, that's done. So now I'll just pull this one back through. I did take the cap off the other end. So now I'm just going to measure that 100 mil. With a hacksaw, a metal blade hacksaw, I'm just going to gently cut that off. Making sure that I'm going straight. Cut that roughly halfway. And I'll go to the other end as well. So you've got to be pretty accurate with this for sure. And I'll marry up the two ends where I've cut from the back to the front. And there we go, beautiful. That's a really good cut. Now I'm going to use a metal file and just file that back, take any of the rough edges off. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so now I'll just push that back. Okay, so now I'm going to put the plastic elliptical shape stop end on this side. So now there is two different shapes. The top has two prongs sticking out. The bottom has a rectangular shape. So you've got to make sure you put it the right way. So the rectangular in this particular case is on the bottom. All right, done. So now we need to cut down the top tube, but we cannot remove the obstacles out of our way like the bottom rail. So I'm just going to have to mark it and cut it while it's on. So again, 100 mil, I'll mark that all the way around 100 mil so I can be pretty accurate. Now I'm going to be very gentle. Now the fabric itself, it starts about here somewhere. So this fabric is about 1 meter longer than what it actually needs to be on that window. So if I mark this area, it's not a big deal, but we try not to. Now, if you have a smaller roller blind that's to come in, you've only got a little bit of height left, you've got to have at least one full roll over that sticky tape so it doesn't come off. Usually they put about 3 rolls over to make sure that it's secure. All right, so now I'll just cut this tube. Make sure I don't hit that fabric. Just keep turning it to my next mark so I can be fairly accurate. And there we go, it's done. Okay, so there's a little bit of marks there. I probably can wash them off, but I'm not going to because I've got plenty of fabric. All right, so we make sure we've got any of the shavings taken out. We don't want anything to bulk up this area at all. That's really good. And I will need to definitely clean up the edges by going this angle because you don't want anything sharp touching that fabric to bulk it up. Okay, so now just roll that up. Now you've got to roll it pretty tight. You've got to make sure it doesn't roll off the roller. Now, these are the double roller brackets and they are universal to a degree. Now, if I was to install it this way, it means that the blind will come further into the room. Now, roller blinds have big gaps on the side and it lets light through and I don't want that. So now, if I turn it this way, I can get it closer to the window by 20 millimeter. And that's the way I've installed it for the bedrooms, and that's why I'm gonna install it for this kitchen window. So now, if I'm gonna do that, that means that the chain drive will alter. So the chain drive is on this slither end, and the pin end is in this round section. So what that means, if it sits this way, like this in the window, it means that the current screen fabric, the sunscreen fabric, it has a chain drive on the left. I'm gonna have to alter it to the right. Now that's very easy to do, and I'll show you that in a sec. When I'm putting these blinds in, I do put them as what they call an overroll for the fabric to come to the front. That way you don't see the roller itself. It can look a bit ugly, and I don't like looking at the roller. So I'm gonna do an overroll. And that means that this is also the wrong way around. And so all you do is take out the pin end. That's all you do, and then you reinstall the chain drive on the opposite end. So now the only problem is this chain is too long. There are safety laws for our children. A lot of children have died in the past strangling on cords. And so now we have to abide by the law to save our children. Now what I do, you can do this two ways. You can either take this apart or just pull it between the slither of the chain drive, and you can pull that out. It's quite easy to do. And I have a smaller chain here. I've had this for a little while. All right, so now I'm gonna put this one back. Now it's not so easy to put back. You've got to squeeze your finger into this little corner here, okay, and then just roll that through. Okay, and that's now in. Now not everyone does it that way, they do it the long way around. So now, usually you don't have a joiner in your chain drive. They're usually one full length. This one has a joiner in there, and I may have to alter that for this window to make sure this blind fits. Remember, this was not custom made for this window. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull the joiner out to the back end. Okay, so now what that is now, this will sit into the roller blind like this. Okay, and the stopper or the connector is at the top point. So that means it won't stop it from rolling now. All right, so now I'll just put the idle end back. All right, that's in. All right, so now I'll take this to the window. Okay, so there's one very important thing you need to do before you install your roller blinds, and that is to check the level. Okay, that is spot on. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so now we're going to install the brackets for the roller blinds, and installing roller blinds is quite easy to do. So as I said, this is going to be long ways, not width ways, so not that way. So I'm going to put this in this corner here. Now there's a few things you need to take into consideration. Now the sash of the window, when you're opening that, you're going to make sure it doesn't hit the roller. So you've got to take the bracket back far enough away from this. And now I've measured the distance between this area, and I've got 5 mil. So that's fine if I take the bracket to the edge of the reveal just here. All right, so now I'm just gonna put some screws in. Okay, so that one's in. Now just do the other side. Okay, so all I've got to do now is place this chain drive end into the slither on that bracket. There it is there, that's in. Okay, so now just go to the bottom of the pin and just pull that up and it's in. Okay, so now you can see the chain is too long. I'm going to have to cut that down or reduce it. So now what I'll do, I'll just drop that blind. Oh, that's fantastic, look at that. So all I do is just disconnect it from here. This is a connector, I've disconnected it. And now I'll just grab a tensioner. So all you do is just basically run the chain through it. That's the back, and that's going to sit that way. So it's going to sit like this through the tensioner, like this. Okay, so I'm going to cut it where there's not too much slack in it. Okay, so that's cut off, and I'll put the tensioner back on. Okay, so now I'll just link it back. So I'll just put the link back into the connector, and there it is there, perfect height. I'll just raise that up, and I'll screw the tensioner in. There we go. Back through the exact same hole. There it is there. All right, so the laws state that you can't have that open more than 220 mil according to fair trading. All right, so I'm going to raise this all the way back up, and I'm going to put the other one on. Pretty much sits the exact same way. So just release the pin on this one. There we go. Okay, so now I'll just test this one. Beautiful. Done. So the tension is in and it doesn't open up more than 220 mil. So I'm just going to test this a couple of times, both front and back. Okay. So now it's going to have to readjust itself. It's been sitting on a change on the left side for a while. Now this blind is actually rolling a little bit too much to the chain drive, and eventually it will fray it, and you've probably seen that. Many of us have seen that. So what you've got to do is then roll this blind all the way down. I'm going to expose the roller, and with a little bit of masking tape, I'm going to thicken the opposite end, just with a little bit. So the reason I said that you need to clean the shavings from the tube, because if the fabric bulks up, and it can do with shavings, that means then it's going to then travel to the left or to the right, depending on which side the bulk is. And that's what they call tracking. So you've got to stop it from tracking. Okay, so all I do is just place a bit of tape here. Now that will be hidden by the fabric when you roll that back up. As you can see, there's a lot of fabric there. It's about 300 mil. Beautiful. Yep, going the right direction already. I just tested a couple of times. Beautiful, that is excellent. Very happy with that. So now I'll just test it with both of them. There we go. And then the second one. Beautiful. I'm happy with that. So this turned out great. I'm very happy with this. And so one thing I didn't mention earlier, it depends on which way you turn your bracket. If you do it horizontally, the roller will be up by 20 mil, but it'll stick out by 20 mil, as I said earlier. And that means you're gonna have more light gap on the sides. But if you do it vertically, which I've done this way, that means that the roller is gonna be lower by 20 mil and you'll have more light gap behind. But I'm happier with this way. I want less light coming through the sides. So you probably noticed that the blinds are a little dirty, which you've got to expect after 10.5 years. So we do clean them regularly, but in the kitchen especially, you have water and food splashing around and it will stain. But I will be making a video in the near future on how to clean blinds even after 10.5 years. So look out for that. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you have any comments at all, please leave below and I will get back to you. And I ask you, please consider to subscribe, hit the like button and share this video, and there's many more to come. Thanks guys.